Hello friends, welcome in the next lecture of Calculus First. In the previous lecture we discussed some order properties of R, and in the today's session we have to solve some problem by using order properties. So today we have to solve the problems using the order properties. So first problem is, determine the set of all real numbers x such that 2x plus 3 is less than or equal to 6. So we have to determine the set such that what 2x plus 3 is less than or equal to 6. So what is given? We have x belongs to R. X is real number such that what, if and only if when 2x plus 3 is less than or equal to 6. And what it implies, this if and only if, what we can write here 2x is less than or equal to 6 minus 3. So subtract 3 from both sides. Then what it implies, this is 2x is less than or equal to 3. Okay, 6 minus 3 is 3, and what it implies, divide both sides by 2. We are getting x is less than or equal to 3 by 2. X is less than or equal to 3 by 2. So how we write the set? The required set is what? It is set of all real number such that what x is less than or equal to 3 by 2. X is less than or equal to 3 by 2. This is the first solution. It is very important problem. Try to solve problems by your own and extra problems. So we will solve second one. Again, determine the set B. Determine the set B such that what all x belongs to R. X square plus x is greater than or equal to 2. So what we have given? We have x belongs to the R if and only for such that what x square plus x is greater than 2. And what it implies, this is nothing but x square plus x minus 2 is greater than 0. So subtract 2 from both sides. So what we are getting, it is, what are the factors? X square plus x minus 2. So multiplication is 2 and multiplication is minus 2 and addition is 1. So what is it? 2 ones are. So x minus 1, x plus 2 are the factors. Okay, smaller number minus sign because 2 minus 1 is 1. So what should be this? This is nothing but what? Now we know the properties. We have what we have, a dot b is greater than 0. That is a dot b is, we have if ab is greater than 0, what it implies, either a greater than 0 and b greater than 0, or a less than 0 and b less than 0. Already we saw this. So what we can write, therefore what we can write here, therefore we have two cases, or we can say hence either what we can write, x minus 1 is greater than 0 and x plus 2 is greater than 0, or what, x minus 1 is less than 0 and x plus 2 is less than 0. So we will find one by one. If x minus 1 is greater than 0 and x plus 2 is greater than 0, what it implies? It implies x is greater than 1 and x is greater than minus 2. And what we can write here, what it implies? This implies we get a set all x belongs to the R such that what, this x is greater than 1 and greater than minus 2. Greater than 1 and greater than minus 2. What is this? This is minus 2, 0, and here something is 1. So we need a x which is greater than minus 2 and which is greater than 1. So this should be x greater than or equal to x is greater than 1. X should be greater than 1. Okay. So we get a first set. So now consider the second case. Second case, it will be say first and we consider second. If x minus 1 is less than 0 and x plus 2 is less than 0. Both are less than 0, then what it implies or what we can write, that is x is less than 1 and x is less than minus 2. So what we have here, this is 0, we have this is 1 and there is something minus 2. So wait, what we need, x which is less than 1 and x which is less than minus 2. So what is the common? X is less than minus 2. So what we get? This implies we get a set. What we get? A set x belongs to the R such that what? X is less than minus 2. Then our required set is what? Then the required set is what? Union of both these two sets. So what we can write here, x belongs to the R, x greater than 1 and or union what we can write? What we can write here, x belongs to the R and x is less than minus 2 and this is nothing but our set B. This is nothing but our set B. Okay. So we can write here B is equal to. Okay. So you can find this easily. Now we have to go for third one. Third one, what is given? So solution for third. So what we can get here, what is given? Given C is equal to all x belongs to R, 2x plus 1 upon x plus 2 is less than 1. Let x belongs to R, then what we are getting? 2x plus 1 upon x plus 2 is less than 1. And what it implies? This implies 2x plus 1 upon x plus 2 minus 1 is less than 0. Again what we are getting here? 2x plus 1 minus, do multiplication. So x minus 2 upon what? X plus 2 is less than 0. And what it implies this? 2x minus x is x. This is 1 minus, this is x minus 1. X plus 2 is less than 0. Now what we can write here? What we can write? Again use the property. Then what we are getting? If x minus 1 is less than 0 and x plus 2 is greater than 0, then what we can write? What we can write here? X is less than 1 and x is greater than minus 2. So what are the numbers? X which are less than x, this is our 0, this is our minus 2, this is our 1 suppose. So what should be this? X I is less than, x less than 1, this is less than 1 and x greater than. So this is our set. So what we are getting? All x belongs to the R such that what we can write? 0 is less than, what we can write? Minus 2 is less than, x is less than 1. Okay. So if x minus 1 is greater than 0 and x plus 2 is less than 0, then what we are getting here? X minus 1 greater than x is greater than 1 and x is less than minus 2. So what we have? We have what? This is 0, this is what? Minus 2, this is a 1. So what we can write? X which are greater than 0 and x which are less than 0. Is there common? Is there common fact x? No. So which is impossible. Which is impossible. Therefore it is a, therefore we get a set phi. We get a set phi or empty set. So required set C is equal to, C is our required set and it is equal to what? This is our just C. All x belongs to the R such that -2 less than x is less than 1. Okay. So in the similar manner you can solve so many problems. Just you have to use the some order properties. We will go for the some new examples. Okay, so we will solve next problem. That is, if a greater than or equal to 0 and b greater than or equal to 0, then we have to show that a less than b if and only if a square is less than b square, if and only if root a is less than root b. Root a is less than root b. So what we can write here? This is suppose 1, this is second and this is our third. So what we have to prove? We have to prove, what we have to prove? 1 if and only if, 2 if and only if, 3. So we take first we prove 1 if and only if 2. That is first if and only if second. So what is first? That is a less than b if and only if a square is less than b square. A less than b if and only if a square is less than b square. Okay. So what we can consider? If a is equal to 0, then a is equal to 0, then what? The proof is obvious. Okay, the proof is obvious. If a is equal to 0, then you can say directly the proof is obvious. Okay, if a is not equal to 0, or what we have given, a and b both are greater than 0. If a greater than 0 and b greater than 0, what it implies? This is given. So what it implies? A plus b must be greater than 0. Okay, this by using the properties. Okay, order properties. A plus b must be greater than 0. This is our first equation. Okay, so what we have? Let a less than b. What it implies? If what it implies? 0 is less than b minus e. Okay, what it implies? What it implies then? 0 is less than b minus a, b plus e. It is by 1. Okay, this b minus a is positive. Therefore what we can say that? What we can say that product of this positive, both the positive, therefore product must be positive. And what it implies? This implies that use the formula 0 is less than b square minus a square. Okay, we are using the formula a square minus b square is equal to a minus b, a plus b. And what it implies? This implies b square, or what we can say, a square is less than b square. A square is less than b square, and this is our first part. Okay, so we are getting first. Now what we have to prove? Second. Now we prove. Now what we have to prove? Second if and only if third. Second if and only if third. So what we can, how we prove this? What is given? Given is a greater than 0 equal to 0 and b greater than or equal to 0. Okay. If a is equal to 0, then again proof is obvious. Okay, proof is obvious. If both are positive, a greater than 0 and b greater than 0, what it implies? Root a is greater than 0 and root b is again greater than 0. Okay. Then if we take a is equal to root a square and b is equal to root b square. Okay, if you take a is equal to root a square and b is equal to root b square, in part A we get directly you take here A is equal to root A square and B is equal to root B square. Then what we are getting? What we are getting directly, root A square, root B square is less than or equal to, if we take A is equal to root A square and B is equal to root B square, then the solution of B is same as the part A. That is what, if you replace this A by root A and B by root B, we get our answers. Okay, that means what? No need to prove them separately. Okay, so it is again a simple problem. We will go for the next problem. Okay, so we have to go for the next example. That is, if A is greater than or equal to 0, B greater than or equal to 0, then we have to show that root AB is less than or equal to 1 upon 2 A plus B, with equality occurring if and only if A is equal to B. So we have to prove it in the two parts. That is, first it is strictly less than, and then we have to prove it for equality. Okay, so what we get? We have A greater than or equal to 0 and B greater than or equal to 0. Okay, and now what we take? A is not equal to B. Let A is not equal to B. Then what we have to prove? We have to prove root of AB is less than 1 upon 2 A plus B. That is strictly less than. So what we have? We have A is not equal to B. What it implies? Root A is not equal. Root A is not equal to root B. And what we can write? Therefore, root A minus root B is not equal to 0. Root A minus root B is not equal to 0. Then what we can say? Then by the known property. Known property means which property? Which property? If A belongs to R, A is not equal to 0, then A square must be, that is known property. If A belongs to R, A is not equal to 0, then what we can write? A square must be greater than 0. A square must be greater than, what we can say, must be greater than 0, or here if we not written A is not equal to 0, then it must be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, if you not consider this, then it must be greater than or equal to 0. Then what we can get? This implies that root A minus root B is square is greater than 0. It is almost greater than 0. And what we can write? Do simplification. Root A square minus 2 root A into root B is minus or plus root B square is greater than 0. What it implies? This is A minus 2 root AB plus B is greater than 0. And what we can write? It is A plus B is greater than what? 2 root AB. And what we can write? This implies root AB is greater than, or what we can write? It must be less than A plus B by 2. Okay. From this you can write like this. First, A plus B by 2 is greater than root AB, and therefore root AB is less than A plus B by 2. Okay. So our first part is over. Now what we have to consider? If A is equal to B, if A is equal to B, then what we are getting? Then we get LHS is equal to LHS of root AB, it is equal to LHS is root AB, it is equal to what? Root A into A, what should be this? A square, and it is equal to A. And RHS what we are getting? 1 upon 2 A plus B, this is nothing but 1 upon 2 A plus A, and it is equal to what? 1 upon 2 into 2A, 2 get cancelled, it is equal to A. Therefore LHS is equal to RHS. That is, therefore what? If A is equal to B, then what we can write? Root AB is equal to 1 upon 2 A plus B. That is, equality holds if and only if. If and only if means what? This implies this and this implies this. First we proved this implies this. Now what we have to consider? Now consider what? Root AB is equal to 1 upon 2 A plus B. And now what we have to prove? What we have to prove? A is equal to B. A is equal to B. And how we prove this? Squaring both sides, then what we are getting? AB is equal to what? 1 upon 4 A plus B bracket square. Then what we can get? AB is equal to 1 by 4 A square plus what? 2AB plus B square. So 4AB is equal to what? 2AB plus A square plus B square. Okay. So what we can write here? Therefore A square plus B square, this 4AB goes here, then what? 2 minus 4, it is minus 2AB is equal to 0. And what is it? This is the complete square of A minus B bracket square is equal to 0. And what we can say? This implies that A minus B must be 0. Therefore A must be equal to B. A must equal to B. Okay. So we proved this example in the 3 parts. That is, first A is not equal to B. Then we go for the second one, that is equality holds if and only if A is equal to B. So in this, first we consider A is equal to B, and then we consider second one, that is, if we consider A is equal to B, then we have to prove this is equal, and if you consider this, then we have to prove A is equal to B. So this is our second or next example. Now these terms, root A and root AB and the 1 upon 2 A plus B, already you discussed, it is in the previous standard. So what is it? If A and B are positive real numbers, then what? Arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Already you discussed these terms. Arithmetic means is what? This is nothing but A plus B upon 2, and geometric mean is our root AB. The arithmetic mean of AB is this, and arithmetic mean of AB, geometric mean of AB is root AB. Then this inequality is called as arithmetic geometric mean. Arithmetic geometric mean inequality. Okay, arithmetic geometric mean inequality. This is arithmetic mean, this is geometric, and this is arithmetic geometric mean inequality. Similarly, you can write it is for the n numbers also. Similarly, this arithmetic geometric mean property you can write for A1, A2 and so on. An are the positive real number, then similarly you can write it is what? Root of A1, A2 and so on. An is less than or equal to what we can write here. What we can write? It is nothing but our A1 plus A2 plus A3 and so on up to the An upon what? N. Upon what? N. So arithmetic geometric mean we can extend it for the n variables also or n numbers also. We have to go for the next example. This is nothing but our Bernoulli's inequality, that is if x is greater than minus 1, then show that 1 plus x raised to n is greater than or equal to 1 plus nx for all n belongs to the natural number, for all n belongs to the natural number. Okay, so here x must be greater than minus 1, and this inequality is called as Bernoulli's inequality. In the other way, they can, our question may be ask, state and prove the Bernoulli's inequality. Okay, so what we have given x greater than minus 1, x greater than minus 1. We have to prove this by using the mathematical induction. We prove this by using mathematical induction. Okay, so what is mathematical induction? If the given inequality holds for n is equal to 1, we assume for n is equal to k, and if we have to prove it for n is equal to k plus 1, if this holds, then we can say that this Bernoulli's inequality or this inequality is proof for all natural number n. Okay, so what we can consider, if n is equal to 1, then what we are getting our assertion, 1 plus x raised to 1, it is equal to what? It is equal to what? 1 plus x, and we can write it is 1 plus 1 into x. Okay, therefore what we can write, thus the assertion is true for n is equal to 1. Assertion is true for n is equal to 1. So this is our 1, this is our n is 1, and this is our x. Okay, now suppose the assertion is true for n is equal to k. N is equal to k. That is what? 1 plus x raised to k is greater than or equal to 1 plus kx. 1 plus kx. Okay. So what we have to prove? What we have to prove? 1 plus k, 1 plus x raised to k plus 1 greater than or equal to 1 plus k plus 1 into x. That is the way how to prove the assertion for n is equal to k plus 1. So consider, what we have to consider, 1 plus x raised to k plus 1. We can write this, it is in the form of what? 1 plus x raised to k into 1 plus x. Okay, we can write, we can split this, and by using star, what we can write, this should be greater than or equal to what? 1 plus kx into what? 1 plus x, and do the multiplication of this. What we are getting? 1 plus x plus what? Kx plus what we can write? Plus kx square. And this is nothing but our what? This is nothing but 1 plus, if you take here x is common, then what should be remain? 1 plus k into x, kx square. And if you remove this term, this always greater than, if you remove this term, then it is again a greater than or equal to 1 plus k into x. And that means our assumption, or we have to prove this is proved. That is, the assumption or the assertion is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Therefore what we can say, thus by the mathematical induction the inequality is true for all n belongs to the natural number. Okay, so very simple, just you have to do practice. So in the similar manner we can solve so many problems by using the order properties. So thank you very much. We will stop here.